Hi everyone, my name is Remote Night Owl, and I hope that you are all having a wonderful day. So today I'm launching a brand new series called An Introduction to League of Legends. If you're a veteran player and you already know how to play the game at a relatively proficient level, this video series is not going to be meant for you. However, if you are brand new to the game, or you are either unranked or stuck in low ranks, this video series is going to be exclusively meant for you. So essentially what this series is going to be covering is explaining the basics of League of Legends in the simplest way possible. League is a relatively easy game once you get down the basics. However, there are a lot of basics to learn, so the first skill curve that you have to overcome is essentially knowing the game before you start to practice and get better at the game. So before we get into this episode and discussing what League of Legends fundamentally is, as well as discussing client navigation and helping you guys get around the client as quickly and efficiently as possible, I want to talk about my history as a League of Legends player. So my League of Legends journey begins back in Season 3 in the middle of May of 2013. So a friend of mine had started playing League of Legends and got me into it, and by the end of the summer, my entire friend group was into playing League of Legends. Now, from a competitive standpoint, I had started taking the game seriously, and between Season 3 and Season 6, I had gone from Bronze, which at the time was the lowest rank that you could achieve, all the way up to Platinum by the end of 2016. Now, between 2017 and last season, there are numerous factors as to why I have leveled out at Plat, but this season in Season 11, I have dedicated myself fully to becoming a better League player and hopefully achieve higher ranks this season and so forth into the future. So as far as being a League player is concerned, between achieving a somewhat high ranking in League of Legends consistently, as well as having 8 years worth of game knowledge, I think I'm pretty well suited to help teach you guys how to play League. So now that the history is out of the way for you guys, let's jump into what League of Legends is, as well as understanding your client navigation. So what exactly is League of Legends? Well, simply put, League of Legends is a video game. But what kind of video game is League? Well, League of Legends is what is known as an esport. An esport is a specific term for a type of video game that functions in a competitive way the same way a regular sport does. So you have a real simple example of this. Let's take a look at soccer. So soccer has two teams of 11 players, and their goal on a field that has a goal at each end is to score as many points as possible in the enemy's goal before the time runs out. Now, League of Legends functions in a similar way because each team has 5 players that on the same map every game, just like you have the same soccer field every game, are trying to destroy the enemy's nexus. So both of these competitions are essentially sports because, simply speaking, you have two teams of the exact same number of players that are competing in a competition trying to achieve a goal for their team. Now, what makes League of Legends an esport versus a regular sport is the E at the beginning. The E stands for electronic. So an electronic sport is essentially a video game that is created and exists the same way that a sport does. And technically speaking, FIFA would be an esport because it is soccer as a video game, but we kind of ignore that because EA sucks. Alright, now that we've covered what League of Legends is, we also want to talk about the client and how to navigate it. Because this is a part of playing League, knowing how the client functions is important to know. So we're going to go through this very quickly, and as I had said, as simply and concisely as possible. So when you first log in, this is the screen that you're going to see. There's a lot of stuff to click on, but before we do, first thing we're going to talk about is settings. So we come up here to the gear in the upper right-hand corner, open that up, and we're just going to worry about client settings right now, okay? So general, if you have a lower-end PC, I would enable low spec mode as well as closing the client during the game. Automatically send crash reports, and if you're new, enable newbie tips is very good. Window size is preferential, so you have small, large, and my preference medium. Initiate full repair. This is the equivalent to verifying game files on Steam, so if you have any issues with the game whatsoever, before you send Riot a ticket, initiate full repair and see if that fixes it. Everything, generally speaking, is drop down, but just to kind of go through everything for your how to read everything. Notifications, this is preferential. Chat and friends, preferential. Sound, I have music off because I don't like it. Voice, so just like Overwatch, League does have their own voice chat system. However, it is not global, meaning that when you jump into a game, you can't talk to other people in that game unless they are specifically a part of your party. Okay, so you can't talk to the enemy team via voice chat, and you can't talk to people who aren't in your party on your team in voice chat either. Block list, there are people that I have blocked. Anybody that is either a spam account or somebody that is clearly trolling you or harassing you or whatever, you can block them, and obviously after a game report them. So once all that's taken care of, I know this is a lot to take in, let's just kind of go through everything bit by bit. So starting up the top, everything is drop down, okay? So clicking on play, this is how you play the game. You have your PvP or player versus player option, and then all of your game modes. Co-op versus AI, which is 5 team members versus 5 computer enemies. Training, tutorial, practice tool, which is your best friend, and then custom games, obviously. And if you ever participate in a third-party tournament, you have tournament mode over here. The home tab brings you back to the home screen, and this always gives you news notifications about anything important happening. As of right now, account transfers are unavailable. TFT stands for Teamfight Tactics, the Auto Chess Battler in League of Legends. Clash is officially sanctioned tournaments hosted by Riot themselves. This happens once or twice a month on weekends. Your personal profile with different drop-downs, match history, your rank stats, highlight stats for recording highlights in-game via match replays, which, if they are available from a replay, are available through these buttons, and your personal stats on this specific account for your profile. Jumping over here, this is all vanity and personal stuff in your collection, champions owned, skins owned for each champion, emotes, runes. Just to go through runes, these are preliminary stats given to your champions, which are going to be covered in a separate video. To get out of this, just click the X, and it takes you back here. Spells. Every champion gets 4 spells, and then you have 2 extra summoner spells that you can pick before the game. This also has an animated video feature, which gives you context to those spells. Preset item slots, which you can set up preset item builds. We'll get into this in a later video for your champions. And then more vanity stuff, icons, which are up here. I'll get to that in a second. Wards will be covered in another video, but these are ward skins, essentially. And chromas, which are skins that change the color of selected skins. Again, sounds weird, but it is what it is. Hextech Crafting Tab. This is Riot's RNG and microtransaction gotcha system. So there are plenty of videos up about this, but essentially you can get champion shards and either disenchant them into in-game currency or buy them either in here or the shop. You'll get that from champion capsules in-game. And then again, you can also get yourself skins via this system through RNG, as well as Little Legends, which are for Teamfight Tactics, Eternals, which is just vanity stats, basically, emotes, ward skins, as well as summoner icons. Every once in a while, Riot will do a personalized shop for you, once every other month, it seems like, and you'll get, based off of the champions you'll play, you'll get 6 discounted skins that you can purchase. This is actually cool to take advantage of because a lot of these prices are actually very nice sales. So over here in the store, again, everything is drop down. You have current skin lines as well as events. This watermark here means that it is limited time for when you can purchase these things. And then Hextech keys and chests, which are meant for, again, the loot tab or the Hextech Crafting tab, the gacha portion of League of Legends. And then these are all skins that are on sale. This is where you purchase champions under the champion tab, purchasing skins, if it'll load, purchasing Teamfight Tactics, Battle Pass, and vanity skins for your Little Legends. Loot is just a specific tab for Hextech Crafting components, and accessories, like I had mentioned before, in Hextech Crafting emotes. Clash tickets, in order to participate in Clash, you do have to buy. Ward skins, summoner icons, boosts to level up your account faster, rune pages, etc. Purchase RP, obviously, there is a gifting center, so you can send gifts to other account, and then there is your personal account options. Okay. So going from left to right, you have two different in-game currencies here. RP, which is the yellow symbol, is earnable in, not earnable, purchasable, so you spend real money to get this. And Blue Essence is exclusively earnable. You use this to unlock champions, and in some rare cases, icons. Different story. Sometimes they have a Blue Essence store like once a year. So over here is icons. This is all vanity and also history. My account goes back to Season 3. That's why I have so many icons. But you can also choose borders. So if you play ranked, you can choose your ranked border. Or every 25 levels, you get a different color vanity border that you can synergize up with an icon to look cool for an awesome aesthetic. So jumping back to the Home tab, as you saw in these other tabs, there are different parts down here. So here we have the overview, which gives different links to different articles and things Riot has announced, or newsletters and such. Right now, the announcement here is for Pro League of Legends, as well as the 2 most current skins on sale. Currently, we have the Lunar Beast event going on. That's what this tab is for. Physical merch, which you can buy more of at the Riot Games store. And the current patch notes, because League is a game that gets updated every 2 weeks. These numbers essentially mean that we are in Season 11, and this is the 5th patch of the season, so patch 11.5, essentially. So down here, we have chat. Over here, we have missions. If you're in call, this is where the voice settings are, as well as up here on the cog. This is general questions, and then down here you have report a bug. So this is kind of a lot to take in, but it is its own personalized sort of web browser for League of Legends specifically, okay? So again, super easy to navigate. Just follow the rules with drop-down menus, and you should be pretty set to go in navigating and learning where everything is. So stay tuned for episode 2, guys. As always, I'm Remote Night Owl, and we will see each other again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.